taking care to settle in. Maybe just appreciating how often organically we know how to move the body into an intentional way of allowing it to settle in for practice. That is the practice of being present with the body. Taking all the time you need to support your body. As we begin this practice of presence with the body, I want to invite us to start with just a moment of gratitude for this body that you inhabit, that carries you, that takes care of you. In the same way that you would offer gratitude to some nature form, some body of nature. You can often easily express a moment of gratitude to a beautiful form of nature. Can you offer that to your beautiful form too as we settle into practice? And then inviting us to investigate this body in this moment by beginning to attend to the breath. Feeling the way that the breath enters the body. Feeling the way that the breath releases itself from the body. And as we attend to the breath, the invitation to really be curious about all of the ways that you can feel moment to moment the sensory life of a breath in the body. The way we can feel that sensory movement of coolness and warmth, expansion or lift, settling, release. How this breath inhabits the body moment to moment. might include, as you're attending to the breath in this way, your body is in a particular posture, in a particular shape that you've chosen. Can you begin to include how this posture supports this feeling, this sensory life of each breath? If we're seated, we can feel the length of the breath certain ways in the body. If we're lying down, if we're standing, if we're walking. This body in this particular form, posture. As you begin to include, as you're with the breath, this form of your body in this posture, you can expand this sense of presence from the breath to really feel the totality of your whole body in this posture. How it might be rooting down and connecting with the earth or lifting up towards the sky. Might be certain ways that the hands are placed, the legs are placed. Length of muscles, contraction of muscles. What's it like to study with this kind, present attention? Feeling this shape, this form of the body here in this moment. In the same way you might discover, be curious, be interested in the form of nature, a tree, an animal, landscape. Can you be present and awake to your own form? Catching if there's a moment of resistance or judgment. Honoring if that arises. And can we return? Goodness of being with this body as it is. And inviting us to begin to explore this body, sweeping our attention through it, beginning to discover and awaken our being with the parts of this body. Maybe we start with the feet. These sweet feet that carry you, mobilize you, support you. And just beginning to see what it's like to bring the light of awareness to being present to the parts of your body, from the feet, present to the legs, to the torso, to the arms and the hands, to the shoulders, the neck, and the head. Studying, being with this body. And we can discover maybe there's places of the body it's very easy to pay attention to, or maybe a little more challenging in other places. Can we bring a kind and curious and gentle way of being, feeling the sensory life that's unfolding in this body? This body, so many systems working, caring, regulating, metabolizing, organizing your well-being. Maybe you get curious about feeling your skeletal system or your circulatory system, your digestive system, your nervous system. Here now. And you might choose to continue to sweep your attention through, awakening to these parts, these systems, or you might just choose to focus, rest in a particular part, particular system of your body that's happening, expressing life right now. Maybe it's an organ. Maybe it's the senses. You choose what feels supportive for you to rest in this way of inhabiting the body moment to moment. Body made of many different parts, systems, expressions of life, and is one system here now. We feel pulses, tinglings, maybe even vibrations, all parts of this system of life. inviting us to begin to explore this body as the elements. A moment of feeling the breath, registering the touch of air on the skin. This is all a reminder that this body is a body that is of the air element. So we can investigate this in the body by beginning to feel the way that we sense the body as having movement, circulation. So when we feel that moment of a pulse, that's the circulating movement of the air element traveling through. Air element in each breath, awakening vitality, energy, life in the cells of the body. We might lean into feeling the body of the fire element here, simply known as the way we regulate warmth and coolness. More complex, known as how we metabolize, known as how we have rhythms to our energy day to day. When we feel digestion, movement, this is the fire element, creating furnace, breaking down to create energy in our body. Maybe being curious about your water element. This body is water. It is actually mostly water. Notice sensations that are felt as fluidity, cohesion, buoyancy, aridness. You might sense in this moment, how do you know the water element of this body? Moisture in the mouth. Also, the circulation movements, bloodstream, blood flowing through the body. Water element circulating through. And to know this body as earth. Its form, its systems, its parts, all of it are made of the earth. Foods we've ingested, we become the earth. Minerals of the earth, part of the constitution of the form of this body as earth. Can you feel your earth formness, known often as our density, solidity, shape? So we can remember this body as element. And then inviting us now to rest in this presence with the body, as a body that's constantly changing, moment to moment. So resting in these ways, you can inhabit how the body's unfolding. Sensory life changing, systems of the body changing. The body in its impermanent, letting go nature. You might even be curious what it's like to feel and sense the ephemerality of this body. Every moment, dying away to the next. So as we arrive into the last few minutes of our practice, this body resting in its unfolding nature, we remember it's a body part of the larger body of life, also unfolding in its nature. This body here with the bodies of this community, the bodies of this place. So we remember this body is part of a collective body, part of the earth. So as we come to the end of this practice, returning to an offering of gratitude for this body, for being a body as a part of this life. Honoring the goodness that it is to take time and intentionally be with, deeply knowing this body. May we carry that goodness with us in whatever way it's supportive.